Hi, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I've recently bought a Brompton, again, having had one some years ago, and I'm thoroughly enjoying being a Brompton owner again. Really great product, really enjoying it. Lots of gadgets and modifications that you can do to that, to the bike. It seems to be that sort of brings out a certain sort of entrepreneurialism, and people sort of invent bolt-ons and additional products to go with the Brompton bikes. This is a leather carrier. So if you're familiar with Bromptons, obviously you know it's a folding bicycle, and traditionally you carry it by the saddle, which is fine. The saddle that comes with it is very strong, but this is an alternative, and this straps to the top of the frame, poppers up. We'll get it on the bike in a minute to show you in a bit more detail. This is made by Raw, and this is called the original leather Brompton handle. It's available through bikefrenzy.co.uk, or at least that's where I got it from. I'll put a link to it below. Not cheap, just under £60, but it is incredibly well made. In my other interests, I've bought a couple of good quality leather wallets, leather belts, that sort of stuff, so I've got a bit of appreciation through that and through sort of quality footwear on good leather and stitching. And this leather is pretty much as thick as it comes if you want it to be in any way malleable. It is an amazingly thick waxed coating on it. So this is going to obviously be on your bike and exposed to all sorts of weathers, so it really does feels almost like touching a crayon. It's that waxy, so it really feels pretty robust. Nice stitching, and looking at the back here, it's been outsourced. It's not made by Raw themselves. It's Marlborough of England, and looking at their website, it looks like they make some pretty good quality leather goods, wallets, belts, some leather covered hip flasks, that sort of thing. So they know what they're doing with leather, and this is a really nice piece of leather by the looks of it. So good quality leather. On the back, a very soft suede. I'm assuming it's a sort of adhesive applied real suede, but I don't quite know what that material is. Feels very nice and soft, and whilst you've got the poppers here that you're going to use, elsewhere where you've got poppers and rivets, where you've got the box stitching on the end there, you've got tiny little adhesive patches, so those bits of metal aren't going to come into contact with your frame. So that's about it in terms of the design. It's going to go on the top frame, and we'll get it on the bike in a minute. Now, the reason why you might want to put this on your bike, obviously more comfortable carrying experience. It protects the frame, certainly if you've got the old style pedals. It covers the spot where your pedals would clash with your frame. And also, from my perspective, what's motivated me to get this is the option to swap out the saddle. So the Brompton saddle is fantastic, very strong, pretty comfy, but it isn't light. And if you want to put a lightweight saddle on your Brompton, I'm personally not very comfortable with the idea of carrying your bike on a potentially a carbon rail saddle. You don't really want to carry your bike, I don't think. So that's really what's drawn my interest to it. In terms of weight, so obviously changing a saddle will allow you to save some weight, but this has got some weight itself, but only about 92 grams there. So around about 90 grams. I think you can save a couple of 100 grams by swapping out the Brompton saddle. Okay, well, let's get it on the bike and take a look. So that's about it for the raw original leather Brompton handle. I think it's a really nice product. It's certainly going to allow a bit of flexibility in terms of saddle and also seat tube choices, because I have some reservations about a carbon fibre seat tube, for example, if you're going to be carrying your bike from it. I'll be interested to see how this wears over time. So this is obviously going to get exposed to sort of wind, rain and everything else that your bike's going to get exposed to. And I'll be interested to see its patina and find the right products to treat this with. Really like it. As I say, I'll put a link below to Bike Frenzy where I got this from. Hope this is useful. If you haven't seen my channel before, just got into cycling through the Brompton, but other interests, quality footwear, denim, everyday carry, fountain pens, pen knives, that sort of stuff. Check it out, you might share some common interests. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you subscribed. And yeah, I hope that's useful, and I'll see you for the next video. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.